Well, I'm hoping I do good this weekend, too. So, yeah, I'll just message him.
Alright, let's get going before it gets too late. So tonight's live is not going to be full of wonder and splendor. It's just going to be a mad dash to get all the animals taken care of because things took too long going through the day. And to be quite honest, it's not going to be as full of glee. Hey, Brentamania. Tried playing my video game. I mean, I guess I successfully played my video game. But I had a meltdown in the middle of it because of the spacer for the headset broke. And I was already trying to get away from my emotions. So,
yeah, that would have been one of those situations where steam would have blown out your ears and all that fun stuff.
Yeah. I was already not happy. And the fact that Zuckerberg's product, yet again, is fucking up, isn't helping. Thanks, Brentamania. I do appreciate the donation. My family donated $200 for our efforts to get down to California. Any and all donations here tend to go to animals, but
This weekend.
it might go to this weekend. Hey, Nathan, Pierre, Priscilla, go old school, write me a letter. Yeah, first of all, I'm married. Second of all, going to California to get my father's affairs in order because he passed away today. He apparently had a heart attack at the doctor's office during an exam and didn't make it. So, thanks.
Are you pinning the post?
It's fucked up. It's fucked up. We knew that my father was having health issues. We knew that his heart was trying to give up on him. It was pumping so bad that it was not adequately giving him blood flow to his feet. And to be quite honest, doctors I think it was 5 years ago, stated that they didn't expect him to last a year. Thank you, Rosie. I know I promised you guys that all monetary gains are going to be going to the animals, and given when we're supposed to get our first payment, that might be the case anyway.
Well, tomorrow's the first day she could show her.
But, yeah. What in the fuck? Sounds like they got a pig in their house. I wish I could say he went peacefully, but there ain't no way. The only way my old man could have gone peacefully is if he went in his sleep. And unfortunately, he was probably at the doctor's office, and the doctors were probably doing something that increased his stress. And it's not their fault because they have a job to do to assess where he is on the pain scale. And it probably just pushed him too far. All right. First up, we have our Theraphosa. Oh yeah, our earlier exercises Let's see if it'll show up again. Oh yeah, there it is. That is tasty. That is sweat. They can tell you that VR shit does not qualify as exercise. And I will tell you, as somebody that walks 10 to 16 miles a day, that I sweat more playing VR than I do fast-paced walking all day at work. So there is that. Oh, stop it. Alright, right now we have Brentamania. He donated $2. We have Rosie, Nathan Pierre, Priscilla, Mimi, Alf, Menden Eldred. Welcome to the chat, Menden. Let's celebrate their third. Rosie's super live on third super live on stream. We have Gabriela Hernandez, Mimi, Alf, Brentamania, Alf, Rosie, Pamela, Jason. Yeah, Jason. My father died today. Watch out. Fuck. The fuck did Alf say? Heart attack. All right. This is our Therophila subhyphysis. She is a juvenile. She is going to get wider than her cage is. Not quite as long, which means after the next molt, we're going to have to get her something much bigger than this because her leg span is going to be massive. Still not as big as she's going to get, but big enough to make you rethink your life choices when pissing her off. Not that her size doesn't already make us rethink our life choices.
What is this? What part of the vehicle is this? You have no idea what this is.
That sweat and frog's breath would make a wicked poison. God. It's Monkey VR. Now, my brother Johan is here with his dog, and we have found that his dog has taken a shining to Duchess in a way that is most unbecoming for both of them, as they are both intact. So, I'm thinking we cut the house in half, utilizing a baby gate we have out in the car. We keep the dogs away from each other while giving them the opportunity to have some space. There we go. And so far, Oliver has been relatively against having the new dog in the house. Granted, it is temporary. My brother is about to get his own apartment here in town, so he will be taken care of. However, all three of us have got to be heading out this Thursday on a trip down to California. I think she's not in the room anymore. It's gonna be NorCal. We gotta head down to Red Bluff, and then we gotta head over to Corning. We've got to get all his affairs in order, move through and check his paperwork, see if he has a standing will or a living will, I think it's called. We've got to get names on paperwork, make sure everybody signs off that they agree on cremation for our father, who may or may not haunt us for cremating his body, given the fact that he kept suggesting we bury him out in the wild. Since we don't have immediate access to funds to bury him out in the wild, no. Holy shit, Durs. Damn. Would you stop? Oliver!
Hey, Oliver, let him go.
Let him go. Oliver! Duchess! Duchess! Kennel! Stop fucking clawing him in the face. First of all, that shouldn't even work. You shouldn't have his heart. You're clawing him in the face. Get your ass in the kennel. Go on. Kennel.
For a second, brother.
Yes, kennel. Yeah, puppy. Hey, Tank. No. Kennel. Tank, no. You fucking star-crossed lovers need to fucking stay away from each other. There's to be no Romeoing and Julieting.
Yeah. What did he say?
Go that way.
Oh shit. Kennel. Get in the kennel. Go on. Get your fucking Valentine having bullshit in the kennel. No hanky spanky.
The preacher said no purple. Red and blue mix doesn't happen.
Fucking, what did I just say? You are so desperate for the hanky spanky. No.
Tank, come here.
Come on.
Yeah.
Go on.
You're okay. I know, this is the second one I brought into your house. I get it.
Yeah, I missed the first one.
I do too.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Come here, dude.
Would you fucking... Oh my god. Oliver, go. Duchess, go.
At least she's not shoving her butt in his face.
They're not quite to that level.
We think she was in heat about.
You better not have...
two ago.
Oh god.
What?
The kitten just came out from underneath there. Oliver.
And he doesn't care about the kitten. The kitten ran like right between his legs, just settled him.
Kids, go that way.
Yeah. And you can come outside. Oxygen might be.
Captain fucking Boinka Shadoinka. No Humpty Dump, exactly. Yes, thank you, Sugar Daddy Durs.
And Brentamania gave us a little too.
Thank you, Brentamania, and thank you, Rosie. We've had 3 donations.
Oh, Rosie did?
Yes. No riding the baloney pony. Oh, fuck.
Oh, there it is.
This is our Vietnamese centipede who is absolutely loving how much dirt we put into his den, his cage. We don't need to mist this right now because it's still thoroughly moist all the way from top to bottom. Because it's thoroughly moist, it doesn't need the spritz. We're good. Moist. I know. Moist. Holy shit, $3, Brent? Woo, thank you.
Thanks a time.
Oh, fuck. Okay, can't put that up. I almost forgot crucial element to that. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to be keeping creepy crawly critters that can put you in the hospital, potentially make sure that you utilize cage clamps. You'll get the full amount. Unfortunately, YouTube takes a cut of our super chats. I would feel better giving it to you full amount. Well, do you have Venmo? Because we have Venmo. And if you guys wanted to donate to Venmo, by all means, I would not be opposed to that. But I think Venmo takes a small percentage too, and they fucked me over again today. So, as many of you know, after what happened between, I believe it was Acid and us, after Monkey passed away, she tried donating money to us through Venmo. Venmo can't, stop the transaction, and we had to go through a process of getting our account reactivated because they thought something scammy was going on. Well, today, I was calling my family around to give them the bad news. And they went to try and donate $200. The donation got stopped. And it got stopped on their end. And when I went and contacted customer service, they said that they needed to go and talk to the people. It turns out they thought I was a scammer trying to scam my family out of money that they volunteered to give me. Through the whole thing. And we finally got the money to go through. So now we have California gas money, but it's still going to be expensive. I mean, technically speaking, that it could also go toward a cheap hotel down there. Technically.
These types of rifles are not designed to be hunting rifles.
Alf.
Weapons of combat. These are designed to be on battlefields.
Do you think about what you post, or is that the problem?
It looks to be a Mac 10, so these are very modern types.
You're nasty sometimes. Most of the time.
Many different types of terrorists, whoever.
All right. Okay.
Who knew that the weapons would be attached to the military perspective in Miami? Now, finding these valuable weapons pieced together because we were finding pieces that belonged to the weapons, and we could figure out who they were going to.
If I think about it, it won't be sincere. Oh, fuck.
Thousands of weapons off the streets that were out there.
No.
At the end of the day, this is saving lives.
I'm pretty sure you got a little bit of closeted something going on in there. might not even be technically closeted with how boisterous you are. In any case, let's see if we can get a good view. There she is. That is our green bottle blue female. And what we have to do, I believe today is misting day. So we take the water, give her a good spritz, get the humidity up in the cage. I might need your help with the dogs tomorrow morning. I'm sorry, honey. Did you do a physical interview for Allied? Shit, did I? Honey, did I do a physical interview for Allied? Yeah, I did. But they might have changed the name of the game since I've been there. Probably for the sake of efficiency, or technically inefficiency. What's most important is that you take away a lot of what they're trying to teach you in the 2 days that they give you for learning the ins and outs of how to be a security guard for the company. Always remember that when you get to a site, if the employees at the site are trustworthy, they will potentially be better teachers than some of the security guards. Of course, the security guard that was supposed to train me at my site basically quit the day before I was hired. She walked off the job. Okay, maybe not walked off the job. She just didn't show up again. It was apparently news to the security company because they still sent her next set of uniforms to the facility. Which, by the way, not to be weird about it, but I can now fit into the pants that they left behind for her. So, lost a lot of weight. Yeah. Hey, Vibe God, how's it going? It's like some weird automated video interview. Well, I hope it went well. Yeah, Allied Universal Security. They tend to they tend to show up on a lot of the videos that are out there on the interweb when it comes to security services. Been better. I've definitely been better. Today we found out that my father died. I was at work when my brother called me because the nurse at the hospital called him. He was like the first contact that was on my father's phone, and thus he got the phone call. And we've been scrambling to, yeah, so am I. He's been suffering for quite a while though, and the doctors said he wouldn't live past a year 5 years ago. So he showed them. Thing lasts 24 hours to do it. I'm not comfortable doing it tonight. The link lasts 24 hours. I would probably knock that out as soon as you can, though. But that's weird that they're doing it that way. Trying to automate certain things is a good way to make sure that your company is more inefficient than efficient. Excuse me? Keep an eye on him. He tried to mount her. You're okay. Technically, if we wanted... Oh, he is so nervous. Come on. You're okay. Oh. Can I have just like maybe an hour without you?
Wolf!
Wolf! You know how bad it has to get for your daddy to tell you to fucking knock it off. It's not that bad when I say it, because especially today, not feeling it. But when the person who is so used to you starts fucking telling you to maybe you should listen just a little bit. It is, well, we have one husky and 2 Goldens, and then there's a mixed dog that my brother Johan brought with him. It is not literally a wolf. It's a husky German Shepherd mix. Ain't that right, Wolfie? Ain't that right? Yeah, our house is a mess. What happens when you do husky dogs? What do you mean do husky dogs? Like own husky dogs? Because that is a very weird way to put it there. Jason, in any case, we have our female Monocentropas balfouri right here, and our male Monocentropas balfouri with his janky leg. So, fun fact about the male here, this man is probably older than 6 years, which is incredible considering the fact that he is a male tarantula. Male tarantulas don't typically last longer than 4 or 5 years. And for him to be going as strong as he is right now, that's quite impressive. Now, we could have her for another 15 to 16 years. And I'm still trying to ascertain if her abdomen looks smaller. It might. Maybe she laid some eggs. We won't know. Yeah, well, I was gonna go and do the animals anyway. Might as well stream it. Looks like a bomb went off in here. But that's partially my fault because I'm just not in the fucking mood. Ah, okay. Let me put this cage away.
What are you gonna do without being able to fly to take care of animals for like 2 or 3 days?
Ugh, fucking insane. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go literally insane.
Whether or not someone is engaged in sex trafficking.
Where are you coming from?
Yeah, we can make it look pretty good in a heartbeat. It's just, it's been a very fucking hectic week. It's mostly just the plastic and paper that the dogs go and tear through. Because dogs are fucking havoc inducing.
Where are you going? For what purpose?
It's fucking killing me because that's not what I meant. You're the one that worded it that way, my buddy. You're the one that had to word it that way. I'm surprised Alf didn't take that and run with it. Like full on
Probably
to
missed it.
the end of the live. Never letting you live it down. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down.
What did you do for work?
Might turn around and hurt you. All right. Well, Wolf, if you just fucking eat your food, then the other dogs wouldn't try to eat your food. It would be,
Trying to eat it.
it would be a win-win. You get fat, which your daddy wants you to, get a little bit fat, and the other dogs don't eat your food. But here's the kicker. If he goes and eats his food, he will turn around and howl for more food. Like right after the bowl is empty. He will go, oh wait, that's not supposed to be empty. Human! Come out and feed me!
No, you know what's bullshit about that? Is he yells at me more than he yells at Micah.
What is this? What is this? Oh!
One of the more popular established sex worker She's got
Oh. Yeah.
the second traveler definitely had red flags. So we're gonna take her and first get
Are you gonna be another little terror tonight?
to determine whether or not
Huh?
No more bloody lips. That's my request.
Hmm? Yeah. All right. Oof. Yeah, he is a cool cat. What's even cooler is 4 out of 4 dogs approve. 4 out of 4 dogs. Duchess pretty much adopted the cat as their own puppy. Maybe it's because the kitten has that crackhead energy.
Yeah, it makes her look
Honest to God. Fucking trying to fall asleep, trying to stay asleep, and all of a sudden I feel like teeth sink into my legs. Holy shit. The first time the kitten realized that it could go underneath the blankets, it literally started biting my toes. Oliver! You know better. Stop trying to bury your food and just fucking eat it. With how big you are, I am shocked that you aren't just eating a whole bowl out of control.
Yeah, it makes no sense. Yesterday, they ate 2 bowls all day, 1 each. Or 1 in the morning, 1 in the evening.
Stop trying to bury your food! Oliver! Stop it! Look at your nose. Look at your nose. You are rubbing it raw. You are rubbing your nose raw. Stop it! Stop it! Yeah. I must bury my food. I must bury my food to make sure that other scavengers don't get my... Oliver, what other scavengers are you worried about inside the house?
Duchess?
Duchess has her own bowl. Are you wondering about passing opossums? Is there a coyote that I don't know about here?
It's gotta be a raccoon in the house.
Fucking literally.
disability inspection, that includes the cell phones of the young ladies.
No, not that I know of, and it's
What?
very messed up that you keep bringing that up. The nipple action. When we first brought the kitten home, it had separation anxiety because it was taken from its mother fucking too early. I'm laying there in bed, shirtless like I usually do because I'm a dude. And the kitten comes up and latches onto my nipple. The nipple with teeth.
With cheese?
I just about got a nipple piercing. Nothing is sacred to that animal. You might not notice, but it's pure evil. Oh my God, that's perfect. The fact that the kitten started attacking the phone. Good night, Al.
1.3 kilograms of BBL that CBP in Miami intercepted. The bottles you guys see in the middle, those bottles are the ones that contain the BBL. They're not going to be delivering those. They've been replaced with the little bottles of baby oil.
They had a Shrek remake? No. Like, they didn't remake the whole thing, did they? You can't do that. My God, is my childhood really that up for grabs?
Did you hear for the new Shrek movies? There's no. Oh, what is his name?
Donkey?
Not, did I say Shrek? I meant Lilo and Stitch. The alien guy that's coming after him.
No.
And then no cross-dressing Kikri.
What?
And there was one or two other things.
Oh no, they can just go fuck themselves. They need to stop messing with classics.
They're ruining them.
Yeah, they're ruining what they did to Snow White. You're honestly telling me that Wonder Woman was not the fairest in that movie? Gal Gadot was not the fairest in that movie? Come on now. Come on, Disney. You're on something. You are on something. They gotta be on some strong medication to think this shit. Remake for freaking Lilo and Stitch. They are not going to have the cross-dressing alien. They're not going to have the alien that's chasing after Stitch.
I have the alien that cross-dresses, but he's not going to cross-dress.
But he's not going to cross-dress. Fucking the one thing. It doesn't make sense. It does not make sense. People, make this make sense. So, they're trying to promote certain lifestyle choices. But they take the one thing out of a Disney movie from the past that promotes said lifestyle choice. I don't get it. I'm losing my mind, but at least these guys are keeping me entertained. It's my goal one day.
I'm really not interested, to be honest. Maybe you've done this before. Maybe you don't ask what's in the package. I'm not even trying to get you to say you did something before. What I am trying to do is figure out what happened today with this coming together.
Just honestly, talking about all that nonsense makes my head numb. Because it's like, you had a good thing, and you ruined it. So this right here is an Asian forest scorpion. Its name is Needles for obvious reasons. It is tropical terrestrial. Chunky. Very chunky. And one of the more interesting elements to really any scorpion is setting the mood lighting. No. Well, I mean, technically, kind of. The biofluorescence that occurs when you use a black light on a scorpion because of a chemical reaction between the black light and the exoskeleton. It's a good way to ascertain where a scorpion might be. Let's say you unintentionally misplaced one and you want to see if you can find it in the dark, so you hit the black light. Probably more likely to find it if it's close to the surface. Yeah, fuck you, Brent. No way. We won't have no puppies. We won't have no puppies. We won't have no puppies any fucking day. That's just not happening. Now she needs to have high humidity. She's got baby crickets in her cage. Of course. There we go. Ridiculous, Brent. Are not getting on. That's right. This is a doggo nookie free area. It's not happening. There's gonna be no brown chicken, brown cow, okay? No, hide the salami or beef slaps, okay? That's not happening. No. Unless y'all want to buy, no. Even if y'all wanted to buy the puppies. Ain't no way I'm going to be raising no puppies up in here. Okay. All right.
So you signed off on that saying that you're gonna adhere to those laws while you're here, and unfortunately and obviously you haven't.
Are they dealing? Okay, it's dealing with. She's dealing with a woman now. I thought it was the same dude. I was just like, again?
Federally, we still consider it.
Make a poem, critter. Yeah, I'm gonna totally get right on that and make a poem about
Totally understand, but that applies to US.
dog reproduction or the lack thereof.
There'd be or be a lack thereof.
Even though marijuana use in Colorado might be totally legal,
Bleh.
it's still against federal laws. And obviously, we're going to enforce them.
Dog balls or no balls. All right. Whew, I smell like sweat. All right, critter. This oh my god. What we need to do is go and get her snipped. But I have a feeling that's going to have to be put off even longer now. Duchess getting the snip.
I was gonna see if we want to make her appointment this weekend, but it'll be late.
If we have the money for it, yeah, but right now we got to deal with saving up money for the house, for the trip. So this is a Lasiociano sazamai. It's a male. The common name is Brazilian blue violet tarantula. They are tropical terrestrial, which means they live on or under the ground, and they need to have high humidity, which is why the dirt is moist. It's wet. Little bit shiny because of the webs. No doggy style for you, Duchess. Terrible. This is our Harpic deer Polkripes. He ate. He's a good boy. Look at that booty. Look at it. Damn it, boy. Why would you put the webs there? You're making it difficult to see you. Come on. Look at that. Now he is a terrestrial arid tarantula. He needs to have a drier climate. So he's got a water dish. That's it. Always make sure that your tarantulas have plenty of water. Try to feed them once a week. Outside of that, you need to do your research to make sure that they either stay the proper humidity or temperatures. Snoop D-O-double-G. Ah, yes. Write a poem that might wind up online that is going to throw out Snoop Dogg's name. Because it's not like he doesn't have followers out there that might live close by. There's gonna be a knock at the door for sure. Maybe don't put meds on top of the spider cages. Alright. Thank you guys for taking getting my mind off of shit. There we go. For a second, I thought I saw some tarantula legs coming out of the hide in Ducky's cage. Oof. I had to do a double take because that would be lit. Okay. This is our other Lasiosianos azamai. This cage is still looking pretty moist. We're not going to go and over moisten it because that is how far do you live from California? We are approximately 9 hours away, I believe, from NorCal, right? It's about 9 hours, give or take. If I'm at the gas pedal and I can avoid the state troopers, I can just about guarantee you I can get us there in 7. But I'd have to avoid the state troopers.
Not really.
We are Northern Oregon, so it'd be Northern Oregon to Northern California. We're literally across the river from Washington, which is actually pretty dope if you think about it, because what you don't understand, I used to love that guy, by the way, that content creator. Or the guy that goes, but you don't understand. Like, when he's talking about freaking history and stuff like that. He took a turn for the political, and it's just the most god-awful thing I've ever seen. He predicted that, what was it? We were going to have martial law in the streets under Trump like a month ago, and it never happened. And I couldn't tolerate him after that. Anybody who wants to perpetuate mass hysteria or to perpetuate fear amongst individuals who really don't need it in their life is not somebody that I want to support in any way. That's why I don't try to make people go, oh my God. I used to freak out all the time over earthquakes and fires. Didn't get caught up in the pandemic fear because I knew that it was being overblown. But, yeah, there were moments where I used to buy into the fear-mongering myself. All right. With no traffic, maybe. All right, so we just got done with that critter. Still got to do this one. Excuse me. This cage is being a bit of a bitch. I'm just gonna be. Technically speaking, my wife and I were supposed to be people that were hit the hardest. Whoa! Somebody was a little bit more boisterous than I thought she would be.
No, that was my dog.
Oh, that was your dog.
Yeah. You saw her face. Keep the smell shut. loves you.
How's that song go? You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time. I ain't got the chitty chitty bang. Actually, I might have a chitty chitty or a shitty shitty bang bang car. It was especially very bang bang today when we almost caught air coming back from Longview. You know that divot in the road over there?
Oh god, you were speeding.
Well, here's the good news. The wobble in the tire ain't wobbling no more. We done fixed our tire. We didn't even have to take it to the shop. We just got a little bit of air between here and there.
You guys are gonna live.
No God.
Your dad. Should I let him hang?
Oh, Johan, what does do their thing imply there, buddy?
Yeah, wait till I'm back.
Oh God. Oh child, your water's all cloudy again. Come on. You're okay, baby. She's definitely better. I don't know if you've looked into it or have it, but Cali had the carpool, but fast track lanes. But you gotta pay for it? I think that's just cruel. To be honest, I think a lot of what California does to its citizens is fairly cruel. Okay. But I respect the fact that you live there, Mimi. And it is your state. And I hope you get joy from your state. I honestly think that if parts of California are going to slide off into the water, Gavin Newsom should be on one of them. That's my take on it. Honestly, I'm not his fan. That's how bad the traffic is here. Don't you get my hand. Don't you get my hand. Look at me. I know you have a love-hate relationship for me. I know you're not friendly. Okay, that was good. Very good. That is acceptable behavior on your part, child. So this is Charlotte. She is a white knee tarantula. Staying in the bathrooms at the beach. That's how bad it is. Back when I was living in NorCal, there was a park next to the trailer park where we lived. Okay. And in this park, there were bathrooms. Well, one day, while we were out with the dogs, we had to go and use the restrooms. Well, we went into the restrooms and were immediately shocked to find two dudes doing the do in the back stall. We no longer use those restrooms anymore. It was a Californication situation. A creation of frustration, I think would be a good way to put it. Grandpa tell a horror story. We have to make only getting worse. And then they're going to go and make sure that you don't have the ability to defend yourself with lethal rounds and pass laws where if you could have in any way ran and didn't, but defended yourself anyway, you're going to get in trouble. California is becoming a cesspool. It is becoming a state that is willing to defend criminals whilst turning victims into criminals via the laws. And there was the nail in the coffin, I think, wasn't even the firearms laws. It was actually the fact, and Oregon apparently has been guilty of this too, that the governor and the system down there found it worthwhile to go and release sex offenders out into the streets before they even served a year's time on their sentence. These are individuals that got reelected. How brain dead does a community have to be to reelect officials who absolutely do not have their best interests in mind? And there's a reason I haven't moved back to California. Beautiful state. I love California. It is always going to have a special place in my heart. But there is no fucking way you will ever get me to move back down there when it is such a political cesspool, such a shithole. Yeah, it's crazy. Martial arts fitness.
Oh, you're not going to be able to do that one thing on Saturday.
No! Oh, fuck. All right, I need to get in touch with the guys. I'm going to have to drop out of the competition because of the fact that I'm going to be down in California. Unless I can find a Wi-Fi system and a space to go and do combat, there's just no way that I can guarantee that's going to happen. Walk up in my car.
Hopefully during that, you'll be on your way home.
Honestly, doing what?
Right. Hopefully on Saturday you'll be coming home.
Yeah, hopefully. I'll ask if those are paid days.
I think either way you should probably take Monday off.
Okay.
But
yeah, the dude had a brilliant idea. The problem is getting it together, and it's probably very unsettling for him because he was literally trying to do interviews with individuals for the matches that were going to be taking place on Thrill of the Fight 2. And he was going through the process of trying to get everybody together, trying to get everybody onto the metaverse or Horizon Worlds so that they can do the interviews. But here's the problem. He kept wanting to interview me during the weekday. And I can't do interviews during the weekday because I'm working for 10 hours during weekdays unless it's a Friday. And what's more is, like, if I do have time, he doesn't have time. And I would like to go and address that fact and go and do the interview, except now I probably won't even get to play. If you're at a motel, you can use their Wi-Fi. Oh my God. Speaking of Wi-Fi, I was trying to use our Wi-Fi to play the boxing game, and I noticed that I was not taking as much damage as I should be. And I was just like, that's weird. So I went and I checked the signal strength during the match. I even stopped him, and I can go and get the video. I even went like this, put up my hands to get him to stop, and I went and I checked on it, and my Wi-Fi signal was cutting in and out, which was preventing him from hitting me the way that he should have been. And I was like, oh my God, I'm going to win this match by default because of my Wi-Fi.
I wouldn't play it in a motel. You get angry doing those. If they hear yelling, you might have the cops called on, guys.
Maybe. Make sure you have a VPN. I do not. Ow! Fuck you, wrist. Oh, motherfucker. I just want to take something and just jam it right where that pain is. I just want to, if it's going to hurt, it might as well have a reason to hurt. I swear to God, I have a little bit of autism because that's where my mind goes. Not what pain medication can I take? Should I put a brace on? No, that part of my body hurts for no reason. I want to make it hurt more. And I got to stop it because the only way to get it to stop hurting is to stop hurting it more. But whatever tism, if I have tism, is roaming around upstairs, it's like, should not hurt for a reason, or should not hurt for no reason. Let's give it a reason to hurt. I don't know if any of you guys suffer from that, but yeah. Rage quit ever. Oh yeah, I stopped myself today. My biggest thing is when the headset is fucking up, I want to take my frustration out on the headset and I grab it and I hold it like this and I start to press on it. And I caught myself starting to do that today and I fucking just set it down. Just set it down before I did something dumber than what had already happened. Whew. Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was a great idea. Just because I think it's a great idea doesn't mean he's got the wherewithal to want to see it through. Maybe somebody else can take up the mantle later. All right, so these are dubia roaches. These are what we feed to some of our animals. We are going to give one to the centipede at some point once he starts coming out again. The females are these shiny ones with no wings, tend to be whiter. The males are the thinner ones with wings. We got a lot of males now, my goodness. These guys are amongst the ones that are going to be getting a cage after we get paid this next time. We might just give them the male cage after we do some work on it to get airflow going a little bit better than and wash it. Well, yeah. I'm not going to go and do maintenance on the cage without first washing it. Oh, yeah. Top 20 most shocking. That's something that I was basically raised on as a child. Another one that we used to watch at my dad's all the time was 1,000 Ways to Die. Crazy.
Yeah, my dad liked that a little bit.
Yeah, there was some fucked up shit in there. Not gonna lie. Something about a cow's heart and a car battery. And a very lonely dude. He died, by the way, of course. 1,000 Ways to Die.
Oh, shit. That's the basis of the show.
Lonely chap got the zip zap and took a nap.
So, hun,
What?
what are you going to do about the energy drinks?
I don't know. Yeah, there was something weird going on. The second day in a row, I felt the effects. I'm going to go back to the other energy drinks to see if the effects change. But for 2 days in a row, I think I had high blood pressure after utilizing the Monster energy drinks.
So maybe it should be like an every once in a while.
Yeah. Oliver! Stop trying to bury your food dish. Whoa! Poof! You have to gas. The dubia roaches do not stink that much. The orange head roaches are absolutely foul. I was initially going to go and try to sell the orange head roaches, but after their colony started to take a dive, without my help, I decided that maybe selling those to other people who might have animals that could get sick off of them probably was not the best option. So we are slowly culling them. There are no adult roaches left in the colony itself. There are some adults in some of the tanks. They need to get got. Yeah, I like Monster energy drinks that taste like coffee. The problem is I can actually show you guys. What time is it? We're almost done. I got the Irish Cream Java Monster Energy, and I was looking because one of the things I was worried about when you think Irish cream, alcohol. And I'm not seeing anything about alcohol. It says 200 milligrams of caffeine, which is nutter butters because for 2 days when I drank these, today being one of those days, in the morning, my blood pressure was actually low. Energy drinks don't typically coincide with low blood pressure. As a matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, it's supposed to make your blood pressure jump, being what it is, an upper. For a second, YouTube should do like TikTok does with guests, where large amounts of people can join a live YouTube than TikTok, right? Well, I think, and here's the kicker with me, if YouTube would cut back on its moderation and stop fucking with people's accounts for mundane shit. For instance, the only reason why I jumped onto YouTube is because random people who saw my lives would report me for animal abuse while I was feeding my snakes pre-killed rats. And they would automatically shut down my live stream. And then I would have to appeal to get my account back up so that I could do lives. It's shit like that that makes it so people go to places like YouTube. Because for some reason, despite all of YouTube's flaws and all of their moderation issues, YouTube is still better than TikTok. You still have a freer speech on YouTube, which is nuts to think about, than you do on TikTok. Hit like 180. She gave me medication for it. Still, that's unfortunate. No, you can't let these outside. Okay, so the dubia roaches would probably die in the winter. They need warmer climates. The orange head roaches were breeding at like 56 degrees. So we're not going to go let them outside. We are going to cull them. They are going to be no more. It is not good. However, you can freeze them and you can feed them to bug scavengers. Like, I bet you if I could befriend a crow, I could get it to eat a frozen roach from me. Oh. All right. Oliver. It's about bedtime, baby. You know you're going to have to go out. Okay, so what days are the
Fair,
fair?
July something, 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 and something.
Okay, is it Thursday, Friday, Saturday?
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
All right.
The good news is though, if you still wanted to take, if you didn't have any extra like sick or vacation.
Oh
time,
Jesus. Yeah.
We could. I'm hopefully gonna be good enough either at those events or upcoming ones where we should be able to handle it.
I hope so. Because they pay me a lot. Of course, we're also offsetting it with the money we're getting here, which is nice. Almost 1 a.m. How is Ohio, by the way? Are you guys catching any of these storms that are going on, or are you outside of the area in question? Oh, God. Almost died right there. Best for you and your family during this. Yeah. It's kind of sad that he felt the way that he did when he went. His brother said that he felt abandoned, and that's difficult to hear. But one time that we were planning on heading down there, he was in the middle of throwing a conniption fit, and he told us not to come. So we didn't. That was the one time that we could really afford to. We had the money set. We were getting all of our priorities together to make sure that we could leave and have the animals taken care of. And he basically said, "Don't come." And that was it. We just never tried to after that. And he probably held that against us for the rest of his life. But I'm not going to try to force myself to be into somebody's life if they don't want me there. Even if it breaks their heart. All right. Good night. You guys have a good night. Stay safe, and remember, I better not see you on the news unless it's good news. Thanks, Mimi. Oh.